Yeah, welcome back to the channel. Today we're not doing your regular attention span nor Cheapskate Chronicles. We're gonna be talking about some basketball content, branching my channel out to some new content. So I'm here with two of my favorite basketball fans with me, and go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick.
What's goody in the hoodie like a boogie? I'm back and I'm better like Bryson Tiller in Roy's video. It's your boy Tresor, aka Poppy Trey, aka the Toronto Tiller, aka President of Faithful Black Man Association. Don't chase me, chase your dreams.
That was the short version too, which is actually quite astounding. Go ahead, we got my boy over here on the side too.
You already know who it is, Robin, aka Robin Hood, aka Robin a Bank, aka Robin Everything, aka Robin Wings, aka the best wings in the GTA. You already know what it is. We ain't playing. Mr. I got that sauce on me always.
And I'm Riston. And today we're gonna be, breaking down our choices for the regular season awards for the NBA, because Adam Silver did his thing, brought the league back, and we're all happy about that.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical in the beginning because I was like, we don't really gotta push this, but he did what he had to do, and I'm not mad at it still. So we're gonna break down some of our regular season awards. And I just wanna say real quick before we get into anything, shout out to Dame Dollar, because we just watched the ending of that Portland-Brooklyn game, so we had to wait for that to finish because we didn't know who was gonna be playing in the play-in game. That boy's a beast.
Listen, I've been saying this in multiple group chats on Twitter. Listen, you guys need to put some respect on this guy's game because he is #1 right now in the NBA for don't poke the bear ass nigga. Don't do it, bro.
So there's 6 awards we're gonna be discussing. We're gonna save MVP for last. Who are we gonna start with? What are we gonna start?
Let's start with Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Oh my God.
I don't think there's much discussion. Is it unanimous?
I'm going with Ja.
I think so.
Thank you.
It's all going with Ja Morant.
Thank you. I came prepared for this, by the way. I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna wear that too,
I came prepared.
I was gonna wear it, but I had a feeling you were gonna wear it.
Yo, we could have been twinning. It's okay. I just want to say real quick before we even move off of this award.
Different.
He's different. But I'm offended for my guy. Because
honestly,
it should have never even been a discussion.
Zion played 19 games before the restart.
It wasn't even a discussion.
What are we actually talking about?
Embiid never got the award
because they didn't play enough games.
Thank you.
I don't think that Zion should have even been
discussed.
He shouldn't have even been in the running.
Like, he played good, but it wasn't enough.
Honestly, I would have taken him out and put a man like Tyler Hero was a rookie, no?
Yeah.
Zion didn't play enough games to be in the convo. Don't get me wrong. What he did in his games is great. However, to start your career off as a Band-Aid already, sorry.
You're not in this discussion. Rookie of the year. No. Not rookie of the 2-week stretch. Rookie of the year. You're not in this discussion.
People that know basketball and people that even play basketball and watch Ja play, you can literally just see, bro, he's different. Just the things that he does.
Even when he almost took Kevin Love's life. Only thing he needs to work on though, really, he needs to work on landing.
Please, I
do not want to see what happened to Derrick Rose happen to him.
Facts.
Even Westbrook, I think, is starting to finally learn how to land, because even him came out the gate wilding. John Wall, same way.
John Wall learned. John Wall hasn't played in like 2 years.
John Wall learned the hard way because this nigga got hurt and then he got hurt at the crib.
Falling down the stairs. Tyler Hero too, like he's up there for me, like as an honorable mention. Man started dating Katia Henry and took his game to another level, bro. Don't think I didn't notice. I put the pieces together.
Honestly, what I will say is that this rookie class, they may not all end up being superstars, but I think this rookie class is actually going to be a lot of key pieces.
So that's the first award. It was a no-brainer. Ja Morant across the board.
Yep.
Next award, let's go with most improved. Most improved player, the finalists were Brandon Ingram, Bam Adebayo, and Luka Doncic.
I feel like I want to say Brandon, but realistically, I'm gonna go with Bam, because it's like what he did in the season, like skills competition, all-star game, and they made the playoffs. Like no one was expecting him to be a factor at all.
Honestly, who I really think should have won Most Improved Players.
Thank you. Real quick, I want to put some love on Devontae Graham's name because he should have been that finalist that was put in there other than Luka.
When you look at Devontae Graham's increase over year for points alone, it is higher than anybody in history aside from the one man who also won it, which was CJ McCollum.
Facts.
So for me, it's like, that was a slap in the face.
100%.
And I think it was recency bias off the fact that he's not in the bubble. That would have been my pick to actually win the award. So, based on the people who are actually finalists, my choice is also Bam, because he came out the gate wilding. He had a great season. All they needed to do was get Whiteside out of town. No, deadass. You got Whiteside out of town, and this guy is producing at an extremely high level. Shout out to my Niger boy. You already know what it is. Really out here.
I pick Brandon over, not by a lot. I'm not mad at Bam. If Bam wins, I'm not upset.
Because you know what? It was hard for me because of the fact that Brandon Ingram he really rose to the occasion. Brandon Ingram had an incredible season. I rated.
I give it to Brandon over Bam for the slight, simple reason that I give mans extra points when they shut me up. Before the season started, I was definitely calling Brandon Ingram a bust. And I think that I have to give more respect to a player who comes in and performs the way that Brandon Ingram performed when he's the #1 option on offense. Because like we stated with the previous award, Zion wasn't there. So the Pelicans had to make do on the fly, and he stepped up to the occasion and also made the All-Star team. I'm gonna give it to him just because of the simple fact that he had been written off already. Bam, the expectations weren't really as high for him. So he had to kind of play with less on his shoulders. Where I feel like on the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram had a heavier workload and he still rose to the occasion. That's why I picked Brandon. If Bam wins, I'm cool with either of the two. I'm just a little more upset at the fact that Devontae Graham never got his flowers. That does it for Most Improved Player. Now let's move on to Sixth Man. I already know where you stand on it because I know you've been talking about this guy all season. Just to give some context, me and Robinson are in the same group chat for basketball on our fantasy league, so I hear this guy on a daily basis. So a lot of his predictions I'm already gonna know. So we'll start with you. Who's your prediction for Sixth Man?
I'm gonna say Lou Will. Even though you almost fumbled your bag trying to go to Magic City to get some wings and have some strippers twerking your face, pouring Henny, doing the kitty lewd shots.
Did you see the picture of the meal though that he went for?
Yo, it looks fire.
I might have left the bubble too.
You couldn't have got a man to just drop it at the gate for you or something. Take it in. Magic City is in Miami. They are in Orlando. That's like a 3-hour drop. That wasn't down the road. He had a couple of those strippers calling his name like, when are you gonna come see me? And he's like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna come today. Ever since I saw him on MTV Cribs with Bow Wow, when Bow Wow was 16 and Lou Will was in that for no reason with the jersey backwards, I was like, something's wrong with this guy.
Yo, from when I realized that Lou Will was a real dream chaser, I was like, yo, honestly, he's really different. Like he's actually a real guy. He just happens to play basketball.
Exactly. He's one of those guys that just happens to be good at ball. And because he won't accept the fact that he's Somalian, that too. Like, you're Somalian, bro. Just accept it. Inenwana akhra.
Yo, I'm out.
Like, your name could be Yusuf or Hamza. Ask Drake.
Alright, so I'm assuming you're going with Lou Wills as well?
I am going with Lou Will. I think that Montrezl Harrell made a very, very strong case. And I think that part of their success this year was based on the both of them. But we know Lou Will's resume, we know that he does this, and the fact that we know he does this, and every team in the NBA knows that he does this, and he did it again, it's like, okay, give this guy his award.
Fair enough. I guess I'm just gonna go against the grain here. My choice for Sixth Man was actually Dennis Schroeder. I don't know if it's just because I want to be different. I don't know, cause I hear what you're saying.
I call bias because he likes OKC.
That's besides the point. When I have to choose between Harrell and Lou Williams, I feel like they take votes away from each other. So it's hard for me to really delegate which one was really the important sixth man here because one of them is the seventh man, to be honest with you. So they take away from each other. So I'm gonna go with Schroeder, also because I feel like he was really a pivotal point in why the Thunder are actually where they are right now with everything that took place in the offseason. And Lou Williams actually started a couple games this year. I'm taking points away for that. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm nitpicking. I don't care.
It's 2020 and Schroeder still has the whiz. I don't know if you could trust somebody that has the whiz patch in 2020.
Just like you can't trust a nigga with no mustache.
Just because you got the freeway beard, I don't want to hear it right now. Don't do that.
My apologies.
I've been applying castor oil every night. I'm just waiting on it to come in.
Look like Charlie Chaplin.
All right, so we're halfway through with the awards. We're about to go to one I think we're all gonna agree on, just because you know we got the hometown bias as well. So we're gonna go with Coach of the Year. We're gonna make this real quick and snappy, just because I already know it's gonna be a landslide. It's unanimous. Coach of the Year,
Nick Nurse.
Thank you very much.
First of all, the Associated Press, these niggas got it fucked up. Look at me. No, look at me. You think that Nick Nurse does not deserve Coach of the Year for what he did with this Raptors team? Kawhi left, better win percentage on a shorter season. Respect that man. Respect what he's done.
And look
Stop
at Kawhi.
playing.
Look at Kawhi.
Miserable.
This guy wishes he was back in the post.
Oh my God.
These guys don't pass the ball. No ball movement over here. I can see it in Kawhi's eyes. He misses main shots. He misses your deal. I understand. He just wants to come home. I get it, Kawhi.
He wants to wear his Canada Goose come December. I know he does.
He misses it. But even tonight, the Nets used a box and one on Damian Lillard. Fam, who did that first? But nah, Nick Nurse deserves that through and through. I mean, I understand a little bit for Billy Donovan, but the thing about that, so the thing about giving it to Billy Donovan is you'd be giving it to Billy Donovan for the exact same reason why you should be giving it to Nick Nurse. You're gonna give it to Billy Donovan because he lost Westbrook in the offseason. And he lost Paul George in the offseason. Okay, we lost our finals MVP. But we're also doing numbers.
And they got point guard.
There's no argument that you can make for either of the two coaches that you can't make a better case for with Nick Nurse. 100%. Simple as that. Yeah. That's why he deserves it. He lost Kawhi.
Simple and plain.
Lost Danny Green as well, which, you know, Danny Green, as inconsistent as he is a great defender
100%.
And a great key piece for a championship team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're still doing what we did last year without them.
Yeah.
Put some respect on his name. Moving on to the next award. Defensive Player of the Year. That was my toughest one, I'm not gonna lie.
Mine too.
So, who wants to start off?
Honestly, I have Anthony Davis as my Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
And the reason why I have Anthony Davis is because Anthony Davis played what was, I will say, in my opinion, his most consistent season since, I don't know, his rookie year. Maybe his sophomore year. He still missed a few games, I believe, but he played a consistent season of basketball. He did a great job on the defensive end. He challenged himself to be better defensively, and I think he rose to the occasion. He is rose to be one of the still true bigs who has diversified his game, but can lock out guys on the perimeter to an extent, and in the post, he's solid.
Definitely. I think Davis, he definitely improved, because he's one of those guys. Actually, when one of my friends was getting recruited to Kentucky, I went with them on the visit, so I was there for that Kentucky team when it was Marquise T, Kid Gilchrist, Anthony, Terrence Davis, Terrence Ross, which one? Terrence
Terrence Jones.
Terrence Jones,
yeah, Terrence
Ryan
Jones.
Harrell, like that team, I was there. I was in the gym watching them practice and stuff, and Anthony Davis was still raw. To see where he's come from then, his skill set is definitely there. And he put on like 50 pounds.
Yeah, he bulked up for sure. He was too scrawny before. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm literally, as I say my choice for Defensive Player of the Year, I'm making my decision. I was torn between Anthony Davis and Giannis up until this point, but I'm going with Anthony Davis as well. The only reason why I'm a little hesitant to say my answer is because the Lakers' defensive rating isn't that great as a team. So I feel like a Defensive Player of the Year is supposed to make their team defense better, just like Gobert and Giannis does.
Yeah.
And the Lakers' defensive rating is mediocre when he's on the court. And when Anthony Davis comes off the court, it's even worse. So that's why, like, I get it, he makes an impact individually, but I still feel like when he's on the court, he's still not making their defense elite. And as I say that, I think I'm actually gonna change my choice to Giannis. Because I can't pick a Defensive Player of the Year and your team defense when you're on the court is mediocre.
But you have to also keep into account that when Giannis is off the court, his team defense is still super high. That is a sign of the team defense just being better than the Lakers team defense overall. Yeah. So I don't know if it's as much Giannis as it is team scheme defense. Because let's be real, the Bucks, Budenholzer comes from that Spurs cloth of solid defense. So that's the reason why. And like you said, when Anthony Davis comes off the court,
it plummets.
even more.
Yeah.
So he's actually the only reason
why they're
even in the conversation of reasonable defensive rating. So that's why I got to give it to AD.
So I think I'm probably going to be double backing on my double back. I'm probably going to be going right back with Anthony Davis as my defensive player of the year. So it's a clean sweep. To be honest, I just can't give it to Gobert. He has no swag, bro. I can't give it.
But he's French.
I don't want to see. He
French.
should have more drip then. I can't give the awards to swaggerless niggas because then you're going to come to the podium looking trash. And like, I don't want to give you the award under these circumstances. Either way, so that's the best player of the year. Now we're going to the finale. MVP. I'm actually a little curious just because I think we can all agree that's not James Harden. Duh. It was a 2-horse race. So we're torn between LeBron and Giannis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go Giannis. And I'm not doing no favoritism because you have to do a lot for me to give you something back to back. And I feel as though he elevated his game from last season. And I just feel as though with the same thing I said with the Six-Man Award, and I feel like AD takes away from LeBron's true importance. I get it, he had a phenomenal season. I still gotta go with Giannis, I'm sorry.
Okay, so my pick is LeBron.
Okay, I wanna hear it.
The reason why I'm gonna say LeBron James is for a few reasons. In a season where we look at what happened last year, when them having key pieces out, not being able to operate fully as a team, LeBron being hurt for, let's be real, the first time in his career really. He comes back, he elevates his game. LeBron announced tonight was the assist leader in the NBA this season. To be the assist leader in year 17, to be assist leader, to have the amount of points that he had, to lead his team to being first in the conference, but he elevated his team because you take him out of that equation, at the very best, I think they are a 5th seed in the West. I don't necessarily believe in narrative-based voting, but I will say that when it comes to voting, what LeBron has done with how he's done it at where he's done it in his career has to matter. And I think that he should already have more than he does. You can call this a makeup MVP if you will, but Giannis hasn't done any more than he did last season to deserve it back to back to me. And I think that his team got stronger.
I'm gonna say Giannis, but I feel like for the points you said also, I feel like LeBron definitely deserves it too because of where he is in his career and what he's doing. And also I feel like Giannis, even though he's like a star in the league and he puts up all his numbers, especially like come playoff time, like he hasn't progressed in his playoff career. Like for someone who's an MVP, who has technically the best team in the East, you still haven't made the finals. Like it's still been rocky for the Bucks.
I feel like what you were saying about Giannis not performing in the playoffs, I don't want to take away from how his regular season performance was based
because it is a regular season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so I understand he looked shaky in the playoffs when he came to the Raptors. I don't want to take that away from him for the regular season award.
Yeah.
But that's only still one instance because I'm not gonna hold Giannis's previous performances prior to that against him because he won MVP last season. So now I'm gonna start judging him as an MVP. So he has now this offseason to show me what's really good. Yeah. Have you changed your pace? But even still, even if he does crumble again, he's still, in my opinion, the regular season MVP. Just to even allude to your point, James Harden also consistently underperforms in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And he still gets his regular season praise when it's due.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna give him that. I also would like to say though, I'm not gonna reward someone with an MVP just because they play good in year 17. Fair. Because I feel like a lot of people are giving him extra bonus points for playing good late into his career.
Because also LeBron never headbutted anybody.
So I got one last point we're all gonna end off on real quick. Who is your bubble MVP? I gotta go.
I'm sorry, the man dropped 150 points in 3 games. That is my bubble MVP.
I'm going co-MVP, bro. I can't choose.
Yeah, it's hard to go with one.
Devin Booker put that Suns team on his back, 8-0, hitting game winners, putting up points. But what Damian Lillard is doing is going crazy. Even though, and I'm never gonna forget it to this day, that he did not want to put respect on my height. Dame, I remember that, and I will never ever forget how you fronted on me in front of the Tings.
Yo, I remember this guy messaged me one night randomly earlier this year. He's like, yo, I'm at the club with Damian Lillard and this guy's waxing all the Tings.
So this is what happened, okay? Quick little story time, all right? I'm at a place, someone invited me somewhere, Trailblazers are having a party, boom. I invite, a few vibes there as well. So I'm talking to someone and they're like, how tall are you? I'm like, I'm 6'2". She's like, no, you're not. You're like 5'11". I'm like, no, I'm not. Damian Lillard's standing right there. I'm like, yo, bro, how tall am I? He looks at me, he's like, you're probably about like 5'11", 6 foot. I'm like,
He's fucking
bro, what? And she's like, see? I'm like,
The things are white. The things are right here.
what are you doing? And then I was like, okay, so how tall are you? He's like, I'm 6'3". Bro, Damian Lillard is this much taller than me. I'm like, you are 6'3"? How do they measure height in the NBA? He's this much taller.
I was at home enjoying my evening, and Tresor was angry, texting me like, "Yo, this nigga just disrespect my height for these things. Like, it's crazy. I'm fighting."
Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually wild, bro.
So, anywho, that's it for our predictions for the season awards. Make sure you comment below which ones did you agree with. What are your choices for any of the awards? Make sure you stay tuned. Other basketball-related content is coming very soon. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you check out Tresor's YouTube channel. Make sure you holler at Robinson for the sauces and the wings.
We always got sauces ready whenever y'all want. You want your sauce, holla at us at Robin Wings. Whenever you're ready, we got you.
Facts. All right, make sure you stay tuned. Click that subscribe button. We'll be back.